Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. And will Shannon Dawson successfully fix the quarterback room? So, as usual, last night, Sunday night, was checking out Coach Hayes' channel. Did a breakdown of the Shannon Dawson Josh Pate interview. So go to Coach Hayes' channel and check that out. Or just go ahead and just check the interview out on Josh Pate's platform. But don't really have too many comments on what it was that Shannon Dawson said to Josh Pate. But there is one thing, and a lot of the fans that I saw, they were making mention of this last year, and they were talking about the body language of TVD when things were seemingly going downhill, where it seemed like he wasn't able to rally the troops, inspire the squad. And for all the people that are body language experts, they made a big deal about that. Man, I got white hair. Anyway, so it got me to thinking. TVD, to many people in this fan base, already has 3 strikes, right? He already has 3 strikes. The first strike was prior to last season. He made the comment about basically we really don't have a home field advantage due to people not necessarily coming to Hard Rock Stadium. Then he played the way that he played this particular year, which this honestly probably couldn't be a strike in all actuality, because he did have some injuries, right? And then the third strike was the situation that happened with the flirtation with Alabama, or alleged flirtation with the University of Alabama. And so I asked Coach Hayes this question last night on the channel, and I said, if TVD does not come out and look sharp, if he doesn't look like he's picking up or has picked up from 2021, and the Boo Birds come out, according to many in the fan base, he doesn't seem as mentally tough as he needs to be. What do you do? What do you do? And so that goes back to one of the things that Shannon Dawson said in the interview with Josh Pate, where he basically said, that's one of his jobs, to make sure that the quarterback has a clear thought process. And so obviously at this particular point, after last year, I'm sure there are quite a few players on the roster we have to handle with kid gloves on, but they have to understand that, hey, when it's time for the rubber to meet the road and we demand something from you, we need you to do it. We don't need you to curl up in the fetal position and take your ball and go home, But can Shannon Dawson fix the quarterback room? Because our 3 quarterbacks obviously have a certain set of weaknesses. Obviously, TVD has I'm not calling him TVD no more. He's just Tyler. He's back to being Tyler now. Tyler, obviously Tyler has the much larger body of work. So honestly, we can look at Tyler and figure out what it is that Tyler needs to work on. Now, I was one of the proponents to say, I don't care if he looks to one side of the field. I don't care if he looks to one receiver, because if that one receiver is getting open, if that one receiver is coming down with the ball, oh well. I didn't see people complaining, and I don't want people to make this like I'm comparing him to Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers dropped back looking for Devontae Adams. Like, what reads was Aaron Rodgers making? Like Devontae, the discretion. The difference between the amount of catches Devontae Adams had the last year that he was with the Packers versus the second receiver, wild. Especially we're talking about, this is the NFL. But I'm not too big on that. But I will say this, though. If it is a situation that he does have to become more focused, if he has to be able to take the good with the bad and build off of bad decisions instead of sulking further and further, into a shell, which again, I'm sure a lot of off the field things were happening, but again, he's going to be a senior this year based on a number of years he's been in school. Obviously, he's just a redshirt junior, but hey, it's now or never. It's now or never, right? So those are some of the things he has to work on. I think he has to get Tyler's confidence back. Obviously, that's going to be the biggest hurdle that he has to cross. So moving on to Jakari. What's funny about this to me about Jakari, right? And like I say, I don't do the recruiting thing. But again, like I say, I find myself involved in certain conversations because some things about prospects are not solely based on people forecasting them or, just saying, oh, well, the person's going to be this, person going to be that. But one of the things that people said about Jakari, the first comparison, which I don't like comparing players to these guys, in a lot of instances. But it's like he's Cam Newton. He's going to struggle with accuracy, certain things like that. And so it's just funny now that we've seen it, and now it's like people are astonished that he may not be the most accurate quarterback. But again, this is college football. You don't need the most accurate guy. There have been guys who are not the most accurate that have made things happen. Something that could help him immensely is having big targets. Kobe Young is a big target. So having big targets, Isaiah Horton is a big target. So having big targets, obviously Jaleel Skinner. So having big targets that they can throw to helps with that. But also, Shannon Dawson has to help Jakari identify things, right? He has to be able to pre-snap read things and not predetermined reads after the ball is snapped. Having to pick up the defense, because again, this will truly just be his second year. So that's what he has to work on with him. And then as far as Emory, basically the same thing that he has to work on with Jakari. You have to work on him understanding, the defenses, what the defense is trying to take away from you, what the defense is giving you on these, on these particular set of plays. And I think even more so is if TVD doesn't snap out of this, then Shannon Dawson will have to have both those quarterbacks ready to come in and play. So Shannon Dawson has his work cut out for him. Obviously, we know injuries happen. It's a part of the game. And so, can he fix the quarterback room? I don't know. We all got our fingers crossed hoping that he can, but I do think that he does have his work cut out for him. And this is going to be a very interesting year. This is a very pivotal year. I don't think I will have to, in recent memory, I think I will liken this season to the 2015 season. Yeah. I think I would liken this to the 2015, not the 2015 season, no. 2014 season. Yeah, because that was the first year Brad played, 2014. So I kind of liken this to the 2014 season, where you have the veteran, which at that time was Ryan Williams, which now is Tyler Van Dyke, but we opted to go with the freshman because we saw the bigger picture. So if it is a situation where Tyler is not looking like Tyler, hey man, got cut bait. But with that being said, man, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Do you think Shannon Dawson can fix this room? And is TVD mentally tough enough to shrug off some people maybe booing if he's not playing the way that we feel he should play? So y'all let me know in the comments, man. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.